This is Friday night, hangout, creating our stories, piece by piece, exploring limitless opportunities, illuminate our path, amplify our impact. Oh, it's Friday night hangout. Ooh, it's Friday night hangout.
Are you feeling stuck in your business, professional, or personal life? Or are you struggling to find purpose and direction? Imagine having a clear sense of direction, achieving your goals, and living a fulfilling life. Joy Onyeso Coaching Consult is here to help you. We will work with you to identify your strengths, overcome obstacles, and develop a personalized plan to achieve your dreams. With our coaching and consulting services, you will gain clarity, confidence, and the tools you need to succeed. Do not let fear, lack of clarity, or doubt hold you back any longer. Take the first step towards achieving your goals and living your best life. Contact Joy Onyeso Coaching Consult today. Joy Onyeso Coaching Consult, empowering you to reach your full potential. Call, SMS, or WhatsApp +234 704 229 1171. Or you can visit our website www.joyonyesocoachingconsult.com. Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Friday Night Hangout. Welcome to episode 206. Wow! I'm so excited to welcome you to this very interesting conversation, because gradually the year is winding down. Yes. And as you can see, I'm already spotting my Christmas colors because I'm already in the holiday mood and just counting down. Okay. And, that informs the conversation we're going to be having tonight. But before I introduce the topic for our conversation today, I always like to know how you're doing. And please use the comment section to put in your thoughts. Don't forget to use hashtag TGIF, hashtag Friday Night Hangout, hashtag FNH with Joy Onyeso. Now, the Friday Night Hangout is a safe space where we share tools, strategies, and experiences, right, of becoming the best version of ourselves and growing our business brand. So if this is your first time in joining us, welcome, and we look forward to having you with us every Friday, 7 p.m. West African time. Now, the conversation today is a very insightful one, and it's a conversation that would really make us reflect. We'll be talking about, gratitude on the journey. Now, it's very important that we think about the positive moments, experiences, those who have held our hands when that's been so difficult, the shoulders that we've vented on. I have plenty venting times. So I'm sure you've had such times where you've even had, where you've experienced self-doubt, right? Is normal. Sometimes, depending on the magnitude of what you're doing or the mantle God has placed in your hand, sometimes you get to a point where you begin to doubt yourself and your capacity. But we've had people who have been constant on this journey with us, holding us. And it's important that as the year winds down gradually, we make our time to be grateful for how far we have come. And so tonight, we're going to be bringing up a guest, a very, very important guest, one who has a wealth of experience turning pain into purpose, providing clarity, right? So you don't want to miss this conversation. So while we are bringing you this quick ad, I want you to get out your writing materials, your recording devices, and get yourself comfortable. If you need to get a drink or a sip of water, please just do that. Sit tight, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy this conversation. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
My name is Ozil Dennis. Rediscover and Thrive Retreat. What do I love about the retreat? I love the setting. I love the fact that it's out of town, it's out of my comfort zone, it's out of where I am used to. And I love the serene environment. It's not a hotel. It felt like being in my own home. And then the togetherness, being able to be together in the same space. And then the fact that it was a safe space where I could share my mind. I love that.
That can help you ignite your passion, that can help you plan for 2025 and beyond, then the clock is ticking. It's December 6th is our final date for taking in registration. Okay, recall that I said we have a very important guest we are bringing into the studio right now. I would just allow her to come into the studio and then I would introduce her. Please get your writing materials. Hey, and get ready to give her a Friday night hangout welcome. Okay. So I'll just wait for her to join us and then I will introduce her. Hello, my darling sister. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so
It's so
much.
good to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Prof, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Pastor Ayom. Thank you for coming in tonight.
Thank you
Share
for
from our
having
wealth of experience. Thank you so much. I want to introduce her before we ask her to share because she has a lot tonight. So I don't want you to go anywhere. Sit tight. Now, I guess tonight's an inspirational keynote speaker. She's a grief coach and a leadership development consultant. She understands what it means to go through adversity and grief. But her commitment is to turn every painful experience into gain. She believes in continually adding value to herself and the people around her. Her educational background is in computer science, applied accounting, and an MBA focusing on entrepreneurship. She is the published author of 3 books: He Gave Me Comfort, Through the Storm, and Mama Grace. She is the founder of My Pain Your Gain Ministries International and a certified coach, speaker, and trainer with the Maxwell Leadership Team. Please join me in welcoming our amazing guest, Pastor Ayon Eyiga. Please, I want to see your microphone welcome in the comment section. Please, as we welcome Pastor Ayom Ejiga, please put your microphone welcome, welcome, welcome. Let her know that we're excited to have her here. So welcome, my dear sister, pastor, certified entrepreneur coach, and all the caps that you wear. Oh my goodness. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy to host you. So tonight, our conversation would be on gratitude, on the journey. And I know that this is, the year's winding up, and this is a very good time for us to reflect. We've gone through a lot. Some of us are going through a lot. Some of us are still going through adversity, wilderness period. Some of us have come out from the dark tunnel, we're in the light. But what would you say what role would you say gratitude plays in the healing journey as a grief coach?
Yeah, thank you so much again for having me, and then thank you for this opportunity to be here. I count it a great privilege to spend this Friday night with you and the members of your team. So the role that gratitude plays is, I believe gratitude makes our journey easier. When you are going through adversity, you are going through any form of pain, when you embrace gratitude, it makes the journey easier, because if you are ungrateful, you always tend to be sad. You always tend to be depressed because being ungrateful puts you in a situation where you look at yourself as a victim. But when you become when you become a grateful person, when you are somebody that is full of gratitude, you find that there's a kind of joy that comes from within, even when the situation around you is not so pleasant, even when you are still going through those challenges. The fact that you have gratitude, there's a way that gratitude brings joy into your life. And when you feel joyful, you also feel lighter, because when you are sad, you feel depressed. But when you are joyful, you feel light, you feel excited, even in the midst of what you are going through, because you know that there's going to be an end to it. So I feel that when we embrace gratitude, it makes our journey easier. There are so many other advantages of gratitude, but maybe I'll wait and we can talk more into it. But in summary, when you are grateful, your journey through adversity, your journey through life becomes easier and happier. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, great. Now you talked about having a heart of gratitude, being appreciative for the journey. But some persons may argue that when you're going through pain, when you're going through adversity, globally, not just in Nigeria. Yeah, I know you're far away from Nigeria. Globally, we have inflation, we have a whole lot of things, economic meltdown, and families are struggling, families are going through pain. One would ask, how can I be grateful? When I can't even see anything positive, how then am I able to cultivate a heart of gratitude? How can I do that?
I think gratitude is an attitude. I've done a teaching that I called an attitude of gratitude. So it's just and your attitude is just the way you look at things. There's a quote that says, when you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at begin to change. So it's only a living person that complains of inflation. It's only a sane person that complains that I don't have food to eat. Because somebody that have gone out of their mind, they don't even know what inflation is all about. So many of the things that we complain about is because we are still alive. It's because we are still sane. So if you can flip it around and begin to look at God, I thank you that I'm alive. I'm a person of faith, and I believe this is an avenue that I can also talk about my faith. So if I begin to appreciate the life that I have, it will make other things insequential. You now begin to, when you put things in perspective, like I said, if you're not alive, you cannot complain. So the Bible says a living dog is better than a dead lion. So the fact that you're alive means that there's possibility of change. And of course, when you are a person of faith, you know that you can always take everything to God in prayer, and you can be hopeful. And in your relationship with God, He can also navigate you, because even like as a person of faith, the Bible commands me even to be grateful. You always see a lot of psalms where the psalmist will say, I will bless the Lord at all times. He didn't say, I will bless the Lord when things are good. He said, I will bless the Lord at all times. And if you read the Psalms, you discover that a lot of the Psalms that David wrote was when he was going through adversity. But he chose to look at the positive in that adversity. And like as a grief coach and as somebody that I've gone through a lot of challenges myself, I discovered that the way I feel, what makes me to be grateful or not, is the way I choose to look at things. If I look at my situation, like for instance, I had a child that was born with very severe disabilities. She was born missing a finger. That is my picture and her behind me there. And after giving her more than 15 years of my life, putting everything into her, she still passed. But I still chose to be grateful. Somebody will say, what are you grateful for? I'm grateful because she made me a better person. I'm grateful because God gave me the privilege to understand what it is to take care of a child living with disabilities. I'm grateful because I know what those people go through, and I can be in a position to support them. I'm grateful because my own daughter also brought a lot of benefits to my life. Yes, there were challenges, but there were also times of joy. There were things that she taught me. a lot of the things I'm doing now, I found my purpose through her. So when I begin to look at those things, it gives me reason to be grateful. I remember in those early years when I was like, I had to give up everything to take care of her. At the end of the day, like, I'll be so tired because I had 3 other children. They were all very young. Right now, I live in the UK, but when she was born, I was living in Ireland, in Dublin. And you know that in this country, there's no help. I had all my children at that time when she was born. My oldest was just 7, and there were 4 of them, and I was raising them alone. So it was at the end of the night, I will come back exhausted because I'm doing one appointment, I'm doing school run, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But there was always a song that will always sing, that will always come to my spirit. This song by Terry Clark, it's a very old song. Thank you for the grace that you have given me. So that song, I will always sing that song, and I will just find myself being thankful to God that at least I have the grace to do this. There are people that have gone through this situation. Some of them have lost their mind. Some of them could not cope. They took their life. There are different stories that we hear. But for the fact that God gave me the grace to do what I am doing, that makes me to be grateful. So like I said, it's the perspective you use to look at things. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at begin to change.
I love how you centered it on perspective, really. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at begins to change. So it's all about perspective, really. You
Yeah.
know, gratitude is an attitude. So it doesn't matter what you're going through, you know, life presents different opportunities. Like my sister said, if you are alive, then you have a whole lot of reasons to be grateful. And just before we came onto this program, I was discussing with one of my team, you know what? That we have every reason to be grateful, if for nothing else, the gift of life.
Yeah.
That you're breathing, that you are alive is enough. And now what you focus on grows. So if you're focusing on what is not working, if you're focusing on the obstacles, it will just keep magnifying itself.
Yeah.
But when you focus on the positive things and what is working, then it makes a difference. So you may ask yourself, why are we having this conversation now? We're having this conversation because we're coming to the end of it. Gradually, we're moving into the holiday season. And some people will be saying, I don't have any reason to celebrate. I don't have any reason to be happy. And we're here to tell you that you have every reason to celebrate because you are alive. You have every reason to be happy. Happiness is a choice. What do you say about that, sis?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Happiness is a choice. Gratitude is a choice. I've done one teaching that I just say choose gratitude. So gratitude is like an option. There are 2 options. Like the Bible says, choose life or choose death. Choosing ingratitude and choosing gratitude are choices. And one of the things that helped me to make that choice of choosing gratitude is there are 2 kinds of mentalities that we can have. You can have a privileged mentality where you feel that I'm privileged. You can have a privileged mentality, and you can have an entitled mentality. An entitled mentality is when you feel that I'm entitled to this. I'm entitled to all the good things in life. People owe me this. So when you don't get it, you feel angry because you say, this is my entitlement. So even when you get it, sometimes you're not even grateful because you feel, I'm entitled to my parents taking care of me. I'm entitled to a home. I'm entitled to them paying my school fees. Yes, your parents should take care of you. Your government should take care of you. But the truth is that it's not an entitlement. So you can also change your attitude and begin to have privileged kind of mindset. So when you're alive, you say, oh God, I thank you because I'm privileged to be alive. I thank you because I'm privileged to still be in a country that there is no war. The kind of things from, like, originally I'm from Nigeria, so I understand, I know what is going on. And when you begin to look at the things that have happened in our country, Nigeria, sometimes 1/10 of that don't even happen somewhere where the whole country like goes on fire. So even though there's a lot of insecurity and other issues that we are dealing with, but you can still look at it and say, I'm privileged to still be in my home. If there was war, will you be in the house that you are right now? I'm privileged to still have my family around me. So what I know is that in every situation, when you look for the good in that situation, you will find it. And it can be an attitude that you just choose to look for something to be grateful for. Somebody was saying that if life gives you one reason to be ungrateful or to be sad, you can look for 10 reasons to tell life why I still need to be grateful. So even if you are sick, you can look for a reason that even if I'm sick, I'm still alive. Even if my hand is cut off, I still have my legs. I still have my mouth. So each time you begin to turn your mindset in that direction, that whatever life presents to me that gives me reason to complain, to grumble, to be ungrateful, I can look for more reasons to be grateful. I guarantee you that you find reasons to be grateful. That is just the truth. When you look for the good in every situation, you always find reasons to be grateful. There's a story I read somewhere. I can't remember where I read the story now, but it's an old writer that was writing in his diary, and then he wrote he said, I just turned 60, and now I have to leave my favorite job that I've committed 30 years of my life to. And then he also wrote that he was okay. I'm sure it was just like the end of the year like this, so he was just reflecting on his year. He said, this year I turned 60. I have to be let go from the job that I love so much and I've given 30 years of my life to. This year I had my gallbladder removed, and I have to be in the hospital for so many years and for so many days. This year my son missed his medical exam. He couldn't graduate as a medical doctor because of an accident. The car was wrecked and he had to stay in the hospital for so long. So he wrote all that. And then after reading all that, he felt depressed and he was just sad on his bed. And then when the wife came and saw the situation that this man was, the wife looked over his head and saw that it was what he has written that made him sad. So she went back and reframed what the man had written and came back and said, this year I was let go of my job that I've given 30 years of my life to, and now I have the time to write what I really want to write and use my time for what I love. This year, God spared our son. God gave our son a second life because he was spared from a ghastly motor accident. Even though the car was gone, but his life was still spared. So God gave him a second life. This year, my father, because the man also wrote that his father that was 95 also died. So the wife wrote, this year, your father that was 95 went to meet his creator in good health. He was not bedridden or anything. And at the end of the day, when the wife just wrote that and placed it beside him. And of course, when anybody reads that, the person will feel happy because you are now seeing reasons to be grateful. So instead of complaining that, oh, I'm being let go of my job, you are rejoicing that now I have time to do what I really want to use my time for. Your father died at 95. He was not bedridden. He was not dependent on anybody, and you are still complaining. So you can begin to celebrate that life instead of complaining. Yes, your son had an accident, but his life was spared. What if he died? So, like you said, we can choose gratitude in every situation that we are in. We can choose gratitude. Just depends on the lens you choose to use to look at things. Yeah.
Thank you so much for just centering all the conversations, and it's very important that we choose the right and the positive perspective. Otherwise, like the story she told us, you could fall into depression or you could even become so sad because you're not seeing the positive things. You're just focusing on things that are not working. So the meanings you give to what is happening in your life also is very important. And for you to give it positive meanings, it means that your mindset needs to be positive. Your mindset needs to be in an abundance, right? Your mindset needs to be in an abundance mode. So get ready. By Tuesday next week, we're going to be launching out our abundance bundle for you all. I'm going to talk more about that much later, but just know that it's something in the offering and it's my Christmas gift to you so you can end the year with gratitude and begin the year just so grateful for all that God has done for you. Now, before I let my sister go, what are some of the final words? But before you say your final words, some people are just joining us. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and then you give us your final words?
Yeah. There's a record. Okay. So, like you said, I wear many hats. I'm a certified coach, and I'm a member of the Maxwell Leadership Team. So I do leadership training, coaching. But in coaching, I like to specialize in grief coaching. That is my own area of specialization when it comes to coaching. And then I'm also the founder of My Pain Your Game Ministries. So My Pain Your Game Ministries is just a platform where we reframe our perspective that every pain I have gone through, there's a gain in it. So it's helping people to reframe their pain into gain. Yeah, and then I'm an author of 3 published books. Yeah, He Gave Me Comfort Through the Storm, and then Mama Grace. So everything I do in coaching, in speaking, is all geared towards helping people to overcome adversity and to bring out the good in whatever life has thrown at them. Yeah, so I think those are some of the things I do. Yeah, and then my final words is just it's just a summary of what we have been saying. Life can throw different things at you, but you are the one that makes out of life whatever life has thrown at you. You may not necessarily be able to determine what happens to you, but you can determine what you do with what happens to you. And at the end of the day, that is what matters. What you do with what happens to you is what gives you the result that you need to have. And just like I said earlier on, when you reframe, when you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at begin to change. And I want to also say that gratitude is very attractive. When you are grateful, you attract things to yourself. You attract, like my sister was talking about, an abundance mindset. When you are grateful, you attract good things to yourself. You attract opportunities. You attract good people to yourself. But on the other hand, when you have this entitled mentality, you repel people. You repel opportunities because somebody will do something for you, and it's like, is that all? Or after all, it's my right. They won't want to do it for you next time. But when you're somebody that is very appreciative, you're appreciative of life, you're appreciative of what people do for you, you find that more opportunities will begin to come. So I just want to encourage you, no matter what you are going through, that is not the end until you decide to make it your end. It's not the end. So choose gratitude. Look for the good in that situation and keep trusting God. And I can guarantee you that things will turn around for you in Jesus' name.
Amen. And before you go, sis, can you tell us how to reach you, your social media handles, email address? How can we reach you?
Okay. On Facebook, my personal page is Eyum Ejika. And then I also have a page for My Pain Your Game Ministry. So My Pain Your Game Ministries, you see it on Facebook. And then my business line is EE Bridging Solutions. So I have a Facebook page for EE Bridging as well. And then on Instagram is still Eyum Ejika. So I think on all social media platforms, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, is just Eyum Ejika. You can connect with me there. And then my email address is eyum@eebridgingsolutions.co.uk. Yeah, so I think that you can reach me on my website. You can visit my website www.mypainyourgainministries.com, and you can visit my business page at www.ee, like double E, a hyphen, bridging, like you cross a bridge, bridging solutions.co.uk. Yeah, those are the ways you can reach me.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure hosting you, and I hope to bring you sometime back into this show. Thank you for availing us your time, and God bless you. We keep practicing gratitude in the journey. So, not to go anywhere yet.
Compass International Company, the best place to be. Our flagship product now is KIC White Chips. It's a product for clothing material. KIC bricks for decorating your outside walls. You can also use the bricks for inside wall decoration. And for people that want to build their home sheets, affordable and quality tiles, Compass International Company is the best place to be.
Okay, welcome back. And just before we go, I have a free ticket for the Mavico Team Christmas party. And the winner, the first person to respond to this question wins the free ticket. So what is the full name of the chairman of Mavico Foods? The first person to get this response correct gets the ticket. And congratulations to Ife Taco for last week. She won the tickets. She won a free ticket for last week. And we're waiting to announce the winner for this week, next week. So just, if you know the answer, put it in there and we'll announce your name next weekend. And so before we go, because we're talking about gratitude on the journey, can you quickly tag someone who you're grateful to, someone who has helped you this 2024, someone you don't want to end the year without saying thank you? So tag the person and say, thank you. Thank you, Joy, for holding my hands. Thank you, Chooks, for being an amazing behind the scene IT. Thank you, Adeze, for running this thing. Thank you, Ezine. So I'm also thanking my team members. So you can also use the comment section to tag anyone who you want to say thank you to. Remember, gratitude is an attitude. Until I come your way next week, stay blessed, stay grateful, stay relaxed, and of course, enjoy your weekend. So thank God it's Friday night. Be free. Do what you want to do that makes you happy, as long as it doesn't hurt someone else. Listen to music, watch the movies, do whatever it is, and just be grateful for the gift of life. The conversation continues next week, Friday, same time, right here on Friday night. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Are you feeling stuck in your business, professional, or personal life? Or are you struggling to find purpose and direction? Imagine having a clear sense of direction, achieving your goals, and living a fulfilling life. Joy Onyeso Coaching Consult is here to help you. We will work with you to identify your strengths, overcome obstacles, and develop a personalized plan to achieve your dreams. With our coaching and consulting services, you will gain clarity, confidence, and the tools you need to succeed. Do not let fear, lack of clarity, or doubt hold you back any longer. Take the first step towards achieving your goals and living your best life. Contact Joy Onyeso Coaching Consult today. Joy Onyeso Coaching Consult, empowering you to reach your full potential. Call, SMS, or WhatsApp +234 704 229 1171. Or you can visit our website www.joyoyesocoachingconsult.com.
This is Friday night, Hangout.
Hello.
Please vibe me.